Let's register. Applicant name, Orion. Current bounty, 500. To register for your examination, please select enlistment agreement. Note, any outstanding UC bounty must be paid before proceeding. Alright. I don't even know what I got my 500 bounty for, but no one seems to care since I've been wandering around their capital. Alright, no bounty. So, enlistment agreement. By joining the United Colonies Vanguard, you agree to perform necessary services for the United Colonies. They could place you in serious danger, resulting in harm to your craft or yourself, up to and including death. In exchange, the United Colonies Vanguard agrees to compensate all captains according to their experience level and the difficulty of the task requested. All applicants will be required to earn a satisfactory grade on a simulated combat flight. Successfully complete a probationary mission. Upon the completion of both prerequisites, the United Colonies Vanguard agrees to sponsor your citizenship application and guarantees the granting of United Colonies citizenship once sufficient time or acts of valor have warranted it. Do you agree to the above commitment and wish to initiate your journey with United Colonies Vanguard? I, Orion, agree. Consent document. You may proceed to the examination chamber through the orientation hall. There was an optional quest.
Proceed through the historical displays in the orientation hall, or continue on to the examination.
Yeah, there was an optional explore the orientation hall. The end of Earth.
In 2150, humanity learned the Earth's magnetosphere would collapse sometime in the next half-century, eliminating all life on the planet. Decisive action was required, but the secure transport of an entire civilization would demand a new kind of cooperation, a new kind of courage, and a new kind of union. Thus, in 2159, the United Colonies were formed to make that journey possible. Just 1 year later, the Galileo, the first of many colony ships, touched down here on Jemison, beginning a new era of human history, the age of the United Colonies.
Okay, so the reason Earth is destroyed is because the magnetosphere collapsed, which we can claim happened just naturally and not due to anything that humanity did that destroyed it. Possibly?
From their foundation, the United Colonies strove to provide all their citizens with opportunity, security, and peace. But there were those among the UC that still wanted something more. Independence. So in 2161, the UC issued the Centaurus Proclamation, granting UC citizens the right to settle distant worlds and form their own sovereign powers. It wasn't long before the first new faction, the Free Star Collective, was formally organized in 2188, later followed by House Varun, revealing themselves to the universe in 2230.
I mean, those are cool looking spacesuits. House Varun. Free Star Collective, we're familiar with them. Narian War. Oh, reading. Not much. Beginning in 2196, the Narian War, humanity's first large-scale conflict amongst the stars, is remembered as a defining moment for the settled systems. As the first major conflict to make extensive use of grab-jump-enabled ships, the Narian War was less defined by key space battles and more by an extended cat-and-mouse interplay between the two powers, as the well-armed and professional UC Navy tried again and again to pin down the piecemeal but savvy Free Star fleet. Unable to strike the killing blow, the UC resorted to ever more severe tactics to try and drive the collective to capitulate, but without success. In fact, after many long years of war, with little to show for it, even the populace of the UC itself began to turn against the cause, with protests roiling even New Atlantis, the citizenry demanding the war finally come to a humane close. So when, at long last, the final blow was struck, with the UC Navy finally cornering and obliterating the Freestar fleet in 2216, it was a hollow victory. It was from the resulting negotiations, the Treaty of Narion, that the settled systems as we know them today emerged, both literally and figuratively. Despite winning the war, the UC found themselves in an unenviable position, painted as a brutal aggressor even in their home systems. So in the spirit of unity and lasting peace, the UC agreed to the demands of the Freestar Collective and the Narion settlers, whose collusion triggered the conflict in the first place, and handed over Narion to the Collective, as they had requested at the start of the hostilities, including the Clinic Medical Star Station, creating the Freestar Collective as we know it to this day. In return, the UC demanded two concessions. The first was payment for damages done in the form of mineral rights on multiple worlds across the galaxy. The second, more significant, demand was that no great faction may ever colonize more than 3 systems. The UC would have Alpha Centauri, Sol, and Wolf, and the Freestar Collective Cheyenne, Voli, and Narion. The Freestar Collective agreed to these terms, creating and codifying into law the settled systems as we know them today. The Treaty of Narion has since become the foundation of all contemporary political relations, and its only official violation, the cause of the galaxy's greatest conflict, the Colony War. To learn more about the Colony War, please proceed to the Conflict Among the Stars mural. That is an interesting way of ensuring that none of the various powers get too strong, by saying you can have 3 star systems, and then it becomes an interesting power grab of deciding which 3 star systems your faction is going to claim as their settled systems. So you would have a bunch of stars that just aren't valuable enough for anyone to claim them as their own, and then the best ones being fought after. Cool idea.
It was only in 2230 that the faction known as House Varun first made contact with the rest of the settled systems. Founded by the passengers of a colony ship that had left New Atlantis and disappeared 4 decades earlier, House Varun was a faction unlike any other. A theocracy dedicated wholly to the beliefs of its isolationist founder, Jinan Varun. House Varun initially made overtures of peace towards the rest of the settled systems. They claimed their only intention was to spread the word of their god, the Great Serpent. But none could have guessed that this worship might take the form of a bloody war, the Serpent's Crusade.
Yeah, we have heard a bit about House Varun and their Great Serpent, and that they're just religious nuts who attack people for no reason. More what we've gathered so far.
The Freestar Collective was initially founded in 2188, when the citizens of Aquila banded together with the pleasure city of Neon in mutual defense. But in 2194, after the deployment of a UC medical star station in orbit around their world, the citizens of Narion also requested to join the collective. The resulting rise in tensions between the Freestar Collective and UC culminated in the settled system's first intergalactic conflict, the Narion War. Despite a decisive victory by the UC, the colonies permitted the citizens of Narion to join the collective, forming the basis for the fiercely independent union that persists to this day.
Alright. The Serpent's Crusade.
Beginning in 2240, House Varun forces declared all-out war on the rest of human civilization, initiating the Serpent's Crusade. Over the next 23 years, thousands of Freestar, UC, and independent souls were killed by agents of House Varun in the name of their serpent god. It was only with the death of their founder in 2263 and the succession of his heir Jarek that House Varun finally sued for peace. Their There remains, however, select members of House Varun who refuse to recognize the cessation of hostilities their leaders established. Even after House Varun's mysterious disappearance, these zealots remain a threat to all who encounter them. Their pacification, a goal of all space.
Huh. Conflict among the stars.
Of the many conflicts between the galaxy's factions, none was more brutal than the recent colony war between the UC and the Freestar Collective. Set off by the unauthorized Freestar colonization of Vesta's Pride in 2308, a direct violation of the Nerion Treaty, the colony war spread quickly across the galaxy. Both sides deployed every tool at their disposal. Armadas of warships, mechanized combat platforms, or mechs, even bioengineered alien creatures, the infamous UC xenoweapons. It was only in 2311 at the Battle of Cheyenne that the scales finally tipped. The Freestar Collective, utilizing their civilian fleet as a human shield, successfully crippled the superior United Colonies Navy. After their shocking victory against the galaxy's greatest navy, the Freestar Collective offered terms of peace, which the colonies, out of an interest in staving off any further human costs, accepted. The galaxy has been rebuilding ever since.
So, the Nerian Treaty says that each faction can have 3 star systems, and then the Freestar Collective tried to colonize a 4th, which kicked off this war, it sounds like, and the United Colonies lost. So the Freestar, I presume, was able to keep their 4th planet going against the treaty, if I'm understanding that correctly.
Few settled worlds were left untouched by the colony war. But nowhere could the viciousness of modern warfare be seen more clearly than on the Freestar planet of Nera. Initially occupied by invading United Colonies forces as a forward operating position, repeated attempts to take and retake the planet by collective forces led only to devastation. Swaths of the world were transformed into scorched husks, a nightmarish testament to the depths of human ingenuity and human cruelty. And today, Nera remains a continuing reminder to the horrors of unfettered war.
Yeah, I was hoping to get more lore about the world, so world's not really the right term. So I'm actually pretty happy about this, that we're finally getting a bit more information. That is an amazing mech. I want one. The Terror of Londinian.
In the midst of the colony war, a different kind of tragedy struck the UC city of Londinian. A newly constructed but critical supply center for the United Colonies' war effort, Londinian found itself overrun by one of the galaxy's most mysterious predators, the Terramorph. A rare but pervasive threat to all human-settled worlds, Terramorphs swept over the city, seemingly out of nowhere, on a scale never before seen in recorded history. Valiant efforts by the UC military slowed the onslaught, but the creatures proved unstoppable. Ultimately, the decision was made to destroy the Londinian spaceport, sealing off the city, the outbreak, and its citizenry from the galaxy at large. The tragedy of Londinian is mourned by the UC to this day.
I kind of want to go there. See what remains of the city and of the Terramorphs, because I don't think we've run into a Terramorph. Definitely not if that's a Terramorph.
You know it was some UC general that condemned Londinian? Gave it over to these things. One of these murals said he was executed after the war. Might have gotten off too lightly.
I can't stop staring at it. A real Terramorph.
That thing is horrifying. Yeah, we've definitely not fought any of those. Armistice.
After the devastation wrought by the Colony War, the UC and the Freestar Collective came together to ratify a treaty that became known as the Armistice. Both sides agreed to a vast reduction in standing forces, and that xeno-weapons and mech warfare would be outlawed. All related research was sealed away, accessible only in cases of dire emergency. But the Collective had another demand, that the active commanders of the UC military stand trial for their actions. The United Colonies, in the interest of peace and galactic security, agreed. In 2311, 3 United Colonies senior officers were found guilty. Commander Henry Durant, General Indira Rastogi, and Fleet Admiral Francois Sanon, known better as Ve Victus. All were sentenced to death for their actions, bringing the Colony War to a close and returning peace to the galaxy at long last.
By order of the Armistice Article 1360-something, there shall be established a central archive guarded by 3 parties, the Freestar Collective, House Varun, and the United Colonies, for the collection and protection of all knowledge, research, and documentation depicting, describing, or in any way related to technologies and mechanisms banned by this armistice. It shall be governed by the following laws. Access to all information in this archive will be mutually managed by all 3 parties. Access is only permitted by unanimous agreement of authorized factions representatives. The facility will be under the direct control of no sovereign faction, with no single party permitted to overrule the others. All decisions regarding matters pertaining to the archives must be unanimous. Any attempt at unauthorized access will be considered an act of aggression against all parties. Each party commits to defend the others against any such attempts. That's the button. Okay. So somewhere there's an archive of knowledge that all 3 major factions know about, but have agreed not to use.
It was into this new world that the Vanguard was born. An official branch of the UC Navy, the Vanguard is the United Colonies Volunteer Fleet, serving a myriad of security, logistical, and reconnaissance roles. And after a sufficient length of service, UC citizenship is guaranteed to every Vanguard member. Open to all captains, regardless of origin, the Vanguard is leading the charge to protect and support the citizens of the United Colonies, wherever in the galaxy they may be.
Okay.
No one is born a United Colony citizen. Only through service to the UC can one hope to earn one's citizenship. But the UC prides itself on taking care of its people. Cost of living controls mean citizens pay less than their foreign counterparts for needs big and small. All citizens are issued a grant upon joining to get themselves on their feet. And only UC citizens have the opportunity to purchase property, getting the chance to live in one of the most beautiful cities in the settled systems. By joining the Vanguard today, you too can begin earning your place here, in the heart of galactic civilization, as a citizen of the United Colonies.
That's weird to me that people aren't citizens of the United Colonies until they've earned the right. So if you have parents who have earned United Colony membership themselves, their child grows up and is suddenly like, you have to leave the system or get a job and earn your right to be a citizen yourself. Huh. And also, any job that's based around the idea of sign up and we promise eventually we will give you citizenship or give you some reward, do a bunch of work for us, and eventually, on no timetable that we're willing to tell you up front, we promise some reward. Feels super sketchy. Like, is it a year of work and you get it? Who knows? Or are they just going to keep telling people, yeah, I promise soon you'll get it, but no one ever actually gets citizenship?
Welcome, applicant, to the piloting simulation chamber. Please enter the designated simulation pod to initiate your exam.
All right. Looks like I'm going into this one. Hey there.
Ah, you must be our new applicant. I'm Proctor Samuelson. The simulator's already been prepped. You can head in whenever you're ready.
Can you tell me about this exam? Got any advice on how to do well in there? Piloting isn't my area of expertise. How about you just mark me down as a pass and I head out? That's super a no. What kind of ship am I going to be flying in the simulation?
The simulator is designed to be a near-perfect replica of a Class B Deimos hoplite, the United Colony's standard destroyer model. It's been tuned to provide a challenging but fair fight against the enemy squadrons you'll encounter inside.
Can you tell me about this exam? No, we'll start with got any advice.
While I can't answer that question directly, I will say this. Due to the solitary nature of our work, resourcefulness is a critical tool in any Vanguard pilot's repertoire. You're permitted, even encouraged, to use whatever tool you're able to find in there.
Okay. What can you tell me about the exam?
Of course. You'll be running through a high-realism combat flight simulation, engineered by members of the UC science staff, right here in Mast. Your task is to defeat at least 3 tiers of simulated opponents. Accomplish that, and you pass the exam, and can then proceed on to your probationary mission. However, if you defeat more than 3 tiers of enemies, your required enlistment time for citizenship will be reduced, and your enlistment bonus increased. But you're welcome to try as many times as you like before returning to Commander Tuala to proceed on to the next step in your application process. We'll only keep the highest score you manage to achieve in there.
Okay.
All right then.
Put down a save before we head into the simulator. Well, this is a high quality simulator. It's almost like I'm in an actual ship.
Your exam is simple. Defeat as many tiers of opponents as you can before your ship is disabled. You must defeat at least 3 tiers of opponents to pass the exam. Good hunting, applicant.
New targets active.
All right, you are down here.
Target defeated.
All targets eliminated. Progress recorded. Tier 1 reached. Initiating Tier 2.
Okay. I don't really use missiles, so I'm turning off my missile power and switching to lasers and ballistics only.
Active.
Calculating intercept vectors.
Lock on.
Is this your first time flying? Target defeated.
There we go.
All targets eliminated. Progress recorded. Tier 2 reached. Initiating
Still no hull damage. My shields are holding out.
New targets active.
Get back here.
Target defeated.
Down. Oh, my shields are offline.
Target defeated.
All
Okay.
targets eliminated. Progress recorded. Tier
Tier
3
3.
reached.
Congratulations, applicant. You've defeated sufficient opponents to pass the exam. You may now exit the simulator through the hatch to record your current score, or stay and try your hand at the remaining tiers.
I'll try remaining tiers. Oh, my ship repaired itself magically. Always good. Come on, give me my next target.
Resuming the examination.
New targets active.
Are you on the other side of that asteroid? I think you are. No, you're not.
Extermination protocols active. Repairs required. Engine systems unavailable.
Oh, I'm taking so much damage. Oh. Ugh.
Target defeated.
All targets eliminated. Progress recorded. Tier 4 reached. Initiating Tier 5.
Yeah, that went all according to plan. No problems.
New targets active.
Propulsion systems down. Target defeated.
Okay.
We are not impressed. Insufficient.
Can't repair.
Engines offline.
I think my ship's blowing up around me.
Target defeated.
Halting simulation. You have passed, applicant. You may proceed to the exit hatch to log your results.
Alright.
Restart the exam from the simulation's control terminal.
Yeah. I did good. Finished, what, 4? Maybe... Was that my 5th tier? Yeah, so I defeated 4 out of the 6.
Shut down.
Good enough.
Congratulations, applicant. You've passed. Good showing in there, applicant.
Alright. Come on, load. There we are. Just appear
Only
behind
those
you.
on Official United Colonies business can access the building.
Awkward. Hey.
Well, look who's back. Everything go all right with the exam? Or did you have some questions you needed answered first?
I wrapped up my piloting exam. They told me to come back here. I'm curious, how long have you been with the Vanguard, Commander? This building is called Mast, right? What kind of name is that? Why does the UC need foreign pilots to fly for them? We'll start at the bottom.
Military used to have a pretty narrow view of where the best pilots came from. In their eyes, it was UC or bust. The creation of the Vanguard was an acknowledgement by the brass that maybe not all the galaxy's greatest pilots went through a UC flight school. So it's the Vanguard's job to find them and get them to fly for us.
Okay. Why is it called MAST?
MAST is short for Military, Administrative, and Scientific Triumvirate. From here, the three co-equal divisions of the UC government work together to advance the cause of the colonies. Be that through mutual defense, political and diplomatic strength, or scientific discovery. Now, serving any of the UC's divisions grants citizenship, but scientific and admin positions in the UC tend to be real competitive. Understandable, most people would prefer to earn their citizenship behind a desk rather than in combat. Not something I'd ever choose for myself, but understandable.
I mean, you're sitting behind a desk, so... How long have you been with Vanguard, Commander?
Me? 6, 7 years now? Was a recon squad commander in a former life, so it wasn't too big a jump bossing around foreign pilots instead. But Vanguard's been a quality assignment. Meet new people, judge them on a series of diverse criteria, get them out there helping people who need it.
Okay, well I wrapped up my piloting exam.
Ah, so these are your numbers that just came through then. You ready to hear how you did?
I'm ready, sir, yes sir. Make it snappy, time's wasting for me to earn some credits. What else is there to cover? I passed, didn't I? I'm ready.
Then let's get to them. So, looking at the data, hit every mural in the orientation hall, huh?
Yep.
A test of preparation and thoroughness. Two traits the Vanguard values highly. Psychological results are all within expected levels. Navy doesn't have room for folks that'll fall apart the first time they're trying to outrun a homing missile. Now, how'd you do against your foes? Tier 4, not too shabby. The techs make us test each level of the sim too. I can tell you that wave are some real artificial bastards. Good job putting them away. So then, looking at your results as a whole, and presuming you're successful in completing your probationary mission, you could have your UC citizenship after only 10 years service. Pretty standard for combat assignments. But your performance in the simulator does mean I can offer a signing bonus. Help convince you to join the cause. So, sounds to me like we've got Vanguard material on our hands. If you're interested, we could bring you on as a provisional member today. Get you the credits you've earned, then send you out on your probationary mission. First though, all UC service people, provisional or otherwise, are required to swear an oath. So, you want to make this official? Commit yourself to the cause of the colonies?
Sure. I'm ready and need a little time first. Can we do this under the table? I like to operate independently. Nah, I'm ready.
Fantastic. Then just follow me.
Hopefully the oath doesn't have anything about you can't be a member of the Freestar Collective, because I've already completed their mission. Why do you walk so slow? I think we saw someone earlier making an oath here, so this is probably where he's headed. Yep.
Wouldn't be right doing this where we couldn't see the skies. Now, raise your right hand. The motto of the Vanguard is Supra et Ultra, above and beyond. That is where we serve, beyond the furthest reaches of the United Colonies military, and with honor and duty above reproach. Do you swear to protect and defend the citizens of the United Colonies to the best of your abilities? And to uphold the values of the Vanguard: honor, loyalty, self-reliance, in all your actions as a member of the United Colonies Navy?
I do. I'm not normally big into commitments, but for you, fine. All my actions? That seems a bit much. On second thought, let me think about it. No, I do.
Then let me be the first to officially welcome you to the United Colonies Vanguard. Now, only thing left is getting you that probationary mission. And what I've got is comms repair. Group trying to refurb an old colony war processing plant on Tau Ceti 2. Sounds like they'd barely gotten set up when their communications died. Place is as isolated as they come, so Brass wants a Vanguard to deliver the repair suite and ensure anyone present is safe and secure. So, can the people of Tau Ceti 2 count on you?
Sounds easy enough. Let's do this. Hey, I'm getting paid, right? Sure. You think I should expect trouble?
No major settlements on Tau Ceti. No real active industry either. Doesn't make for a big target. It's got the potential to be a pretty quiet trip. But there's a reason they wrote, "Here be dragons" on the map edge. So if it were me, I'd hope for the best and arm for the worst. And if for some reason you do run into trouble, don't forget, it's your job to protect those who need it. So, you ready to head out?
Yep, let's do this.
That's the spirit. Head down to the spaceport and talk to Crew Chief Harath. He'll get you the repair suite plus your new recruit kit. Oh, and your advance. Give it your all out there. Supra et Ultra.
8,000. That's a good amount of credits. So gear-wise, what did he give me? We go to... Wasn't a new option. So did he just give me the credits? Oh, I guess I'm gonna get gear from this guy who I'm talking to. He did say that guy would kit me out. I'm assuming there'll be some new armor, maybe a gun, something. Over here. Oh no! Falling into the water. Huh. Almost like I'm not supposed to be here. Huh. There we go. That's my ship, I think. So what is this? Someone else's ship, I guess?
She managed to limp back here at all. Pull it for leeches, get it fixed up, and let her know we'll have it ready as soon as we can. Yes, sir.
Alright.
Ah, you are new probationary then?
Yep.
Crew Chief Herath. Pleasure to be working with you.
It's my job to make sure all you rocket jockeys are ready for anything that comes at you up there. Now, Manifest says we're fitting you out with one comms repair suite.
In addition to the standard issue welcome kit all probationary pilots get for their first mission. Med packs, some small arms, couple spare ship parts, all the essentials in case of any surprises up there.
My people will have everything on your ship before you lift off. Won't even know they were there. So, paying a visit to the people of scenic Tau Ceti 2. Nice easy one for your first job. Just keep your head on swivel and you'll come home safe. Any questions before you head out?
No. I'm all set. Anything you tell me about Tau Ceti 2? What exactly are you putting on my ship?
Nothing too dangerous, if that's your concern. The repair suite's mostly just wiring and circuit boards. The welcome kit has some goodies in there I wouldn't leave sitting around when company comes to visit. But it's nothing some proper storage can't make safe.
Okay. What can you tell me about Tau Ceti 2?
I honestly didn't realize it had people living on it until we got your record.
Report they gave us seemed clean. No known hostile outposts. But I wouldn't say that's permission to let your guard down. Just watch out for wildlife and pirates. Keep those med packs handy and you'll be fine.
Okay, I'm all set.
Then I won't keep you.
Make us look good out there, recruit.
Alright. Let's head to my ship and see what goodies he put on my ship. Would be nice to be able to sprint longer. Also, I don't know where any goodies he placed would be. I don't think that means he just handed them to me. Yeah, again, there's no new category, which there usually is when you first picked up stuff. So I think whatever these goodies are somewhere. But the fact that every ship is organized differently, I don't know where they would just randomly decide to place it. Med pack sounds nice. I don't think that's it. Ammunition.
Hey there.
Hey, you see people come on and drop off some stuff? Display cases, good. Grab both of those. Nothing in that kit.
Did you need something?
Nope, kind of just wandering, exploring my ship again. Oh, there's a console here I can navigate from. That's neat. So if we go to our missions... Yeah, there's no... I was wondering if there'd be an optional find your gear that he gave you. Doesn't appear to be. So... I don't know. He did have various guns and ammunition that he gave, or med kits and whatnot. That'd be cool to find and grab, but it's not critical. Oh, what if he just threw it into the cargo hold, in which case I will never find it. Oh, not take. So if we go to like aid. Yeah, there's some med packs in here. So it's possible that's it. But I don't have a good enough memory of what all I had thrown in here to know if there's something new. So whatever. Let's just head out. House SETI 2. Over here. Set course. All right, and land down here.